This is card number 9 of the April Coffee and Card in Your Home series. Your card base is 4 1/8 by 11 5/8, so that's 10.5 centimetres by the length of your A4 cardstock. You've got your card base, which you're going to score at either 14.9 centimetres or 5 7/8 of an inch. Then still using your trimmer, and we're going to work on the front half. So I'm turning my card right round, so I'm working on the front. Going to line it up at 2.5 inches, move my score one, and I'm going to cut that piece off. So the front of my card now looks like that, and I've got this piece as well. I'm going to pop those together. You need to cut these into 2 bits. So the first one, the grey one, you need 2. They are all 3. The grey one is 3 7/8 of an inch wide. So with the long side at the top, you need to cut it to 3 inches. And to 2 1/4 inches. This will leave you with a tiny strip that you don't need, okay? So that's those 2 bits. On the white bit, you're going to, again, it's 3 5/8 wide. So you're going to need to cut it on the long side at 2 3/4 and at 2 inches. Which will give you, oops, if I can move it, a bit left over, okay? You've also got in your kit a standard piece that is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and this is the piece that we're going to work on the inside. So moving my trimmer out of the way, because that's all we need it for. Right, I've got, and these, and you've also got some scrap. So that's my scrap, that's my inside, and these are all my card bits, okay? So, taking this bit, which is your inside bit, oops, if I can move it down the paper, we're going to stamp the hearts inside. So if I just grab my memento, let's pop that there, and we're just going to stamp half of it, okay? Now, I don't know if you can see, I drew a faint pencil mark top and bottom before. And just, it doesn't matter if they go over slightly, and I'm really being quite random with how I'm stamping them. You can do some of them upside down if you want. So that's those hearts done, okay? So, just popping my memento out of the way. My card front base that I've cut down, can now take my glue, and pop that inside. And I could add, I might just add a couple more. That's the beauty of this. You can add a few more so they actually go inside. So let's just add one that way. I'll add another one that way. I'll add one that way. And let's just have one that way. There you go. So they're off the card. You've still got plenty of room to write inside. So that's what we're doing with the hearts. Right, so pop this to one side. I'll pop it under there. So now we haven't quite finished with the hearts. I tell a lie. So taking the larger of your basic grey and the larger of your whisper white bits that are left, these are the front mats that are going to go onto this bit of the card. So just grabbing your heart again, we're just going to put a heart down in that bottom corner, just like that, okay? So pop that over there. We can now put these layers on the card. So there's that, Okay, right, so the green bit that you cut off, which is this bit, is going to go sideways like this. Okay, there's more on the left hand side than there is top and bottom, but that's absolutely fine because I still want it to come across. Okay, so remember, you're only gluing half of this. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to glue only a third actually. Go over completely. I'll pop it down, kind of just to the side of my heart, making sure it's reasonably straight, and I'm going to press it down. That way there's no glue over there and you've still got your dimension. Now we can stick the basic grey. I really love the mint macaron and the basic grey together. It's a really, really lovely colour combination. There you go. Obviously that one is stuck the whole way across. Right, the last bit I need to do is I'm going to, in a minute, stick the Whisper White, but first of all we need to add some grass. So taking my green, I'm going to use garden green, I'm just going to add some grass quite randomly, kind of there in my card. I'm going to blend it, the aqua painter like we have done before, and I'm going to pop that to one side to dry. Okay, right, on your scrap pieces you are going to stamp one squirrel, so one squirrel, one mouse, and 3 of the tiny flowers. You only need the tops of the flowers. 1, 2, 3, and one more heart. Okay, that's all you need to stamp on your scrap. Now, as we've done on every other card, I'm going to watercolour these bits now. Okay. So I'm going to do my heart real red. As I've done before, I'm really going quite dark around the outside. Going to colour our flowers, do them real red. Blend the leaves, petals even. There we go. Right, so we've got a little grey mouse on this one. So again, very, very lightly putting your first layer down. Going up around his face, around his ear. There's our little mouse. Right, let's give him a little red nose and red in his ear. There we go. So that's our little mouse. He obviously needs some grass. Got our little bit of grass around him. And the squirrel is going to need his grass, so while I've got the green in my hand, may as well do that at the same time. Right, going over to our squirrel, I've done Cajun Cray. So lightly, I'm going to do Cajun Crays all over him, like we've done before. So we've got a base colour completely over him. There you go. I'm going to go darker on his ears because that one's definitely going to be darker. Let's give him a little pink nose. Okay, so guess what, guys? Now we've got to fussy cut. So as before, I'll speed this up but still cut so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. And the bit that we've coloured with the Whisper White. I'm going to pop a couple of dimensionals on the squirrel. Okay, pop the squirrel down. Now allow space for your heart because you want them to be holding the heart each. Dimensional on the back of your mouse. And kind of position his hand in the correct place. There we go. Now I can glue and there you go.